E aí pessoal, beleza? Cyber na área. Bora dar continuidade aqui no nosso gameplay de Blade Soul. Beleza, sair aqui. Voltar pra cá. Show. Falar com o coronel aqui.
So, Mushin's legacy. Do you have it?
A Vila do Céu Claro diz que não vai apoiá-lo.
Of course they do. Jongwon wants to be a tough guy. That's fine. It will cost him 1 out of every 10 men in Clear Sky. That sounds fair, don't you? I'll have my most ruthless men subject them to new worlds of pain. I'll show them carnage they can't fathom. Now find the damn legacy.
There wasn't anyone named Mu at the scullery. Waste of time and bullets. You find anything? A lotus, huh? That lake is cursed by the Grimhorn. It's gonna take more than moving a flower to free her spirit. The Grimhorn's charms make them immune to the curse. Collect some and maybe we can help. Get the charms, and quickly. Good. I think Master Hong would be proud of you for helping this woman pass on. Here, I've strung the charms together. Take them to the Lotus at Lotus Lake. I'm gonna head to the Great Kiln and see if I can get any more information on the Silver Crest. Come find me when you're done.
I certainly didn't expect to find you at Lotus Lake.
Por que você está aqui?
This is the place where my sister passed away years ago. I come here to pray and remember and tend to the lotus that grows from her grave. May I ask what brings you here, Jian?
Vou levar o Lotus para a Vila do Céu Claro.
I see. Perhaps it is for the best. A lotus should be treasured. However, this place has been cursed by the Grimhorn. We may not be able to move the flower without killing it.
Obtive os amuletos dos pajés da Gradaville.
Interesting. Perhaps the charms will release the curse.
Sim. Vamos ver. Espírito de Esana.
The Divine Realm has heard my prayers. Perhaps now I can find peace and move on. I am in your debt, Jian. How may I repay you?
Pode me falar mais sobre a família Mu?
When I married Mu Yang, I knew little about the Mu family. Only after our daughter was born did I learn that his family had ties to Mushin and a legion of shadowless soldiers. My husband died in the war against the Talus Dominion. I had no time to mourn. Assassins came to our village the very next day to erase the final traces of the Mu family and claim Mushin's artifacts for themselves. I fled to the swamps. When a pair of shadowless agents passed by, I ran to them pleading for help. A dagger cut my words short. My family had been betrayed. Some will assume I was killed by the Grimhorn. Perhaps they trust the shadowless as I did. I bled by this tree, trying to reach my daughter. A man found me just before I passed. He cradled my daughter like one of his own. Yahara, my sister, I know that you continue to search for my daughter. May you never be discouraged, and may the Divine Realm guide your way. I may have passed on, but my love for you and my daughter remains.
Por favor, vista esse traje em minha honra. Aí eu tenho que selecionar qual traje. Isso aqui ou esse aqui? Eu vou do vermelho aqui, laranja, sei lá. Legal, cara.
My life is my search. I devote my time to Naryu texts, and I speak to every stranger that passes through the mirage, all for one singular purpose, to find my niece. My niece is the last of the noble family of Mu. The blood of the Divine Fist flows in her veins. Many would try to use her to obtain Mushin's power, yet I sense I can trust you. If your search unearths anything related to the Mu family or my niece, I humbly ask that you share your findings. Also, please take the Lotus and honor Zhang Zhongwan's request. Yasana and her husband lived in Clear Sky Village. That is where she should be.
Sim. Cara, será que não é a filha lá do Chun? Louco, hein? Vilazinha pacífica, tempo bom. Legal. Falar com Zhang Zhongwan.
You found Yasana's Lotus. Thank you. You don't know what this means to me. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I love Yasana since we were children. I kept my feelings to myself because she loved Muyang. I wanted her to be happy. But now, I know it's not Muyang's fault. But I can't help but think that if she was with me, she may have lived. At least now I have something to remember her by. Thank you. Oh, and Mother wishes to speak with you. She is waiting.
Mãe dele? Tá porra. É o bichinho? Ai não. Tem a veinha aqui, tem um player.
Saving my son is a debt I can never repay. My youngest is all I have left. The war was hard on our village. Is there anything I can do to help you?
Sabe de alguma coisa sobre o brasão de pedra?
The Mu family's silver crest?
Prata.
Oh my, I haven't thought about that in a while. We just called them the Mu, but they were descended from Naryu. I think the crest was a decoration for a tomb? I was not privy to the Mu family's affairs. But then again, Muyang had many friends. Before Muyang went into battle, he wrote down what was to be done with his family's estate in his will, and gave it to his friend Chulu for safekeeping. Chulu was called off to war as well, but he's still alive and a member of the Bakgon Brotherhood. He may still have it or know where it is. Go to the Bakgon hideout and find Chulu, but be careful. Many of the soldiers that survived the Talus Stratus War have gone mad. Remember to eat.
Tô chegando.
You're no die for me.
Oxi. Não, já deu já.
Did you come from Clear Sky? I can never go back.
Você está com o testamento de Muyang?
Muyang? My friend? He's dead. His will? Why do you need the will? Who are you?
Isso é muito importante, Chulu.
I can't think. Will, I don't trust myself. No, I don't trust anyone. General Gubang watches over it. Yes, the general. No, but he's dead. They're all dead. No, you killed them.
Agora sim deveria ter soltado aquele. Então vamos soltar de novo. Já foi. Acho que esse poder é forte. Um pouquinho forte. Falei com Zhang Liu. É aqui do lado. Deve ser o general lá. Aquele sim é o boss. Vai.
Try again later.
Ai, caralho. Puta, mano. A gente tinha matado o boss. Faltou esses guardas, esses bosta. Ele não vai deixar. E agora? Ah, eu acho que eu matei. Aí, ó. Ganhei a recompensa. Beleza, continuando então. Vamos lá falar com Jang-Yo. Não é aqui. Não, é aqui mesmo.
So what did Chulu have to say?
Ele disse que General Gobong está tomando conta do testamento.
General Gobong, he was a talented general and warrior. He was the pride of our village when he fought the bodies of his enemies piled up like mountains. But success in war doesn't always translate to success in politics. He rose to power too quickly and made the wrong friends. They betrayed Gobong and executed him for treason. We erected a statue in his honor, but when Yongkai saw it, he was furious. He broke it into pieces. Chulu was most likely referring to Gobong's statue. There was an offering box tucked inside it. I'll bet that's where it is. But no one has been near the statue for years. Everyone is so afraid of Yongkai. Moss has grown over the box's hinges. But I think I have a solution. There's a pot of boiling water outside. Take it and pour it on the statue. That should take care of the moss. It's about time we cleaned up Gobong's statue anyway. We can't be afraid of Yongkai forever.
Aqui. Aqui é a panela com água fervendo. Ah, já tinha visto essa estátua.
You have acquired a new quest item.
This is the last will and testament of Muyang, scion of the Mu family. I feel I must preserve the legacy of my lineage and make sure that my family's artifacts are not lost forever to time. If you are reading this, I hope you are of honorable intentions. Mushin's legacy could be a powerful tool to rid the world of corruption or bury it in it. Because of this, I hope that I have made the right decision. After much deliberation with the Shadowless, I have entrusted the golden and silver crests to them. The Shadowless who first guarded Mushin and now guard the Mu family should take good care of them. Both Unhak of the Shadowless Lotus faction and Gamyang of the Shadowless Orchid faction have been vocal about securing the golden and silver crests before the Talus Stratus War involves Clear Sky. The crests are needed to acquire Mushin's legacy, and they need to be safeguarded. To claim the crests, seek out Unhak and Gamyang. To whoever wishes to find Mushin's legacy, please use it to bring peace. We need no more wars and corruption.
Ok. Vamos voltar aqui então.
What did Muyang's will say?
Diz que os sem sombra estão com os brasões.
The Shadowless. I've heard of them, but don't know anything about them. But Yongkai should know them well. Yongkai has ordered his soldiers to invade the Naryu ruins, but the Shadowless are keeping them at bay. Yongkai would be eager to have someone rid him of a very annoying problem. Ask him, and I'm sure he'll tell you anything you want to know.
Mais level. Legal. Beleza, vamos falar aqui com carinha aqui.
Have you found Mushin's legacy for the Colonel?
Conte-me sobre Unhak.
Unhak? Does Unhak have Mushin's legacy? He's in the Shadow Mist Mausoleum. Bring the legacy to the Colonel and you will be greatly rewarded.
Ah, por favor, arranje uma briga com Unhak. Eu desafio você.
Do not fail the Colonel.
E Katsu.
It is me, Jackdan. Jackdan the Great Sage. Jackdan the Mighty. Yes, people call me that. Never mind what Docdan says. So, you're after Mushin's legacy. Now, why would a Hung Moon student want that kind of power, eh?
Preciso dele para salvar o refúgio do Arenid.
Well, aren't you a noble little thing? But I don't buy it. You reek of hatred. You want Mushin's power to achieve revenge, don't you? Don't lie to me. I can smell lies. My nose is mighty.
Não tô mentindo.
Not like you'll find it anywhere. You may have the silver crest, but you still need Mushin's blood to get into his tomb, and all of his heirs are dead. Wiped out. And on top of that, you still gotta find the golden crest. Yeah, I know where the second crest is, and no, I'm not telling. We sealed Mushin's legacy for a good reason. We are sages after all. We're pretty damn wise. Sure, you want to say, whatever Stone Village now. But how will you act when you get your hands on the power of a god? That kind of strength brings out the evil in people. So quit looking for it.
Esse cara e o Docdan é o mesmo esquema, hein? Vou falar com...
Don't think you can find the legacy and stash it.
Estou com um brasão de prata.
I don't... What is this? This isn't Mushin's legacy, you idiot. It's just some hunk of metal.
Agora poderemos...
You're only making things harder on yourself by acting like this. Every time you fail, the Colonel takes it out on the people of Sandstone.
Mas o brasão de prata vai me ajudar a encontrar...
After you left, the Colonel worked half the Sandstone men to their death in the mines. He had their bodies dragged into town and lit on fire. Their blood is on your hands. Now go find Mushin's legacy.
Que desgraçado, mano.
Well, none of my leads have panned out. I don't know what to do next. What about you? Any ideas?
Deveríamos matar Hyung Tae.
Whoa, slow down. I'd love to see you grind Yonkai into the sand, but that's not the path of Hongmoon. Remember Master Hong's teachings. Compassion, justice, acting selflessly. If you take out Yonkai, you're going against all of that. We need to keep focused on the crests.
Eu sei, na verdade encontrei o brasão de prata.
You did? Why didn't you say so in the first place? Now we'll save Sandstone Refuge for sure. Master Hong would approve, I think. Go back to Yunhua at the Mirage and give her the news. And get some rest. You look tired. The desert will do that to you.
Johnson. O cabra é poderoso, cara.
I don't know why Jin Soyun keeps you alive. Send my regards to Master if you see him.
What? Mama?
Sir, I thought I told you many times not to cause any trouble in my inn.
Que rara. Eita. A bússola.
Mushin's compass? Oh dear, are you hurt?
Just a scratch. Nothing to worry about.
Oh, good. But if I see you causing trouble again, you're gone.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, right!
Mushin's compass points to Mushin's descendant. Does this mean she's the one?
Let me see. You didn't break anything, did you? It was so unexpected. My hands are still shaking.
Now I've got bruises on bruises. Thank goodness you and Yahara were here. Do you know that guy? I think he's the one who's been following me. I guess we're not the only ones looking for Mushin's legacy. Tell me you have some good news.
Encontrei brasão da prata.
That's awesome! Yes! You're my good luck charm. Everything has worked out since you've been around. Now we can find the golden crest. Do you think that guy will show up again? That would be bad. Really bad. Then he'd end up with both crests. Wait! What if we asked Yahara to help us? I had no idea she was a martial artist. Did you see what she did to that guy? Do you think she'd help us? I don't know if she'd help me.
Deve tanto dinheiro a ela.
Well, I owe her quite a bit of money, but she likes you. You should ask her. I'm counting on you, luck charm.
Are you injured? The man who attacked you was shrouded in dark chi. I got the impression he knew who you were.
Ele traiu a escola Hongmon.
How could someone betray the honorable Master Hong? I imagine you have a long and sad story to tell.
Preciso proteger Yunhua.
Yunhua? Anyone who wishes to harm Yunhua will have to get through me. She will be safe as long as she's at the Mirage. I do wish more guests would pay up front.
Ha! We've got the silver crest. We can't back down now. Yahara has to help us.
Yahara diz que vai ajudar.
Yes! You really are my luck charm. Everything is going according to plan.
Qual o próximo passo?
Yongai is after the legacy too, and he's on the move. He's in Raptor's Rise right now, and I sent Gil to feel him out. Gil might have learned something by now. Go and talk to him. I'll stay here and snoop around for clues. May fortune find you.
Richu tells me you've been neglecting your duties. Need I remind you what's going to happen if you fail me? Lots of people will die, and then I will find the legacy anyway. So I will ask again, where is the legacy?
Não estava lá.
No? Then I guess I should just go ahead and torch Sandstone. Don't you agree?
E Jill?
What about Gil? He couldn't find his own backside with 2 hands and a torch. He kept prattling on about some kid named Yanhua. I had him removed from my sight.
E você?
Kill him? I wouldn't waste the manpower. Last I heard, a couple of Jewel's yes-men were dragging him towards the playpen. It was hilarious. Look, my top lieutenant Jong Richu has been keeping a close eye on you. Everything you do he sees. So quit toying around and do your damn job. You don't have a choice. Get the legacy, or I turn Clear Sky into a graveyard.
Blocked! Get ready!
Jill.
I'm saved! I'm saved! I could kiss you.
Por que você tá aqui?
I got caught in the middle of an old feud. The Yes Men and the Lumang have bad blood between them. Yansang and Jewel once had an epic duel over territory. You know how Jewel wears an eye patch? That's Yansang's handiwork. He's a courageous warrior, but he fights dirty. She's been plotting her revenge ever since. Jewel knows that Yansang and I are friends, so she hunted me down and tried to force me to tell her where Yansang is, but he hasn't even told me. And if I, his best friend, don't know, then no one does. But what am I telling you this for? We've got bigger problems. Jewel went to Jiaofang village looking for the Golden Crest.
Como ela sabia disso?
I may have told her about it. I'm sorry. I thought I was going to die. I had to tell her something. She's a vengeful goddess when she's mad. Beautiful and terrible.
Defend it! You cannot do that right now.
Had enough? I'm saved! I'm saved! I could kiss him.
I got caught and I must go back to the
Posso usar o impulso do dragão. Eu não lembro muito desse lugar não. Da hora. Nossa, é que só lugar muito louco.
Well met, Fangless One. What brings you to our village?
Disseram-me que seu povo criou o brasão de ouro.
You must mean the emblem of gold that was made for the Divine Fist. Aye. The Jiaofeng forged it hundreds of years ago. Back when the trees were tall and our people were strong. It was our gift to Mushin.
Agora os Sem Sombras estão com ele?
Aye, the Shadowless have it. I don't know if the Shadowless actually cast shadows or not. I only know of their greed. They cling to their treasure like poisonous vines. In the early days, the Shadowless were agents loyal to Mushin and his descendants. Mushin died, kingdoms fell, and the Shadowless abandoned their honor. Now they're nothing more than another pack of predators. Is power what you seek, Fangless One? You cannot enter Mushin's tomb, even with both crests. It only opens for Mushin's heir. Go to the Elder Bark and speak with our machinist Geoball. Perhaps he can lead you on the right path. Watch your step, Fangless One.
Da hora, cara. O lugar é muito louco.
I've been waiting for you, Fangless. I knew the day would come when a pungent outsider would help me rebuild the compass.
Construir a bússola?
Yes, rebuild the compass. Mushin's compass was built to identify Mushin's descendants. It points to the Mu family. It smells the blood of Mushin. The original has been missing for years now. I must build a new one before Mushin's heir is found by those who would misuse the ancient power.
Boa.
The compass was carved from the roots of our tree, the Elderbark. Go underground and collect some root fiber. While you're down there, you should also activate the purifier. Yes, the purifier keeps dark chi from reaching the roots, but now it's tired and gets fused. Turn it on, otherwise it's useless. If the purifier fails, the Elderbark dies. I'd fix it myself, but we Jiaofeng are especially vulnerable to dark chi corruption. I'm sure you'll figure it out, Fangless. Destiny never sits still. Many Jiaofeng died defending our tree.
Eu trouxe a fibra de raiz.
I know. I can smell it. Now, only one thing is missing. The needle of the compass must be made with a rock feather.
Pena de rock?
Yes, a rock feather. The flat tooth wants to be my echo. The rocks are ancient birds. They were Mushin's allies back when the trees were tall and the land was less odorous. History can't be changed. Either find a feather or abandon your search. I don't care either way, so long as you stop repeating my words.
Ok. Vou ficando por aqui com esse episódio e a gente volta no próximo, beleza? Se puder deixar aquele joinha maroto seria muito bom. Se inscreva aí no canal se não for inscrito e não esqueça de clicar no sininho ali para receber as notificações e não perder nenhum vídeo, beleza? É isso aí. Obrigado por assistir. Valeu. Falou.